Hello, and welcome back to another video where we're gonna be furniture flipping. I have not done one of these in a while, like since before I had my now 18-month-old, so it's really been a while. So I'm excited to get back into it. I have a little table that I'm gonna be flipping. It shouldn't be too complicated. It doesn't need a lot of repair work, which is nice. It does have quite a bit of scratching, like gouging at the top. Let me tilt it so you can see. So quite a bit of gouging there at the top that I think will sand away pretty easily. I'm not even gonna do, oh, it's kind of wobbly too. I don't know if that's the table that it's on or if that's this table, but I'm not even planning on doing, what's it called? The, like, scraping off. I'm planning to just go straight to sanding. Paint remover. Stripping. That's the word I was looking for. I'm not even planning to use stripper on this piece because I just don't think it needs it. And so it will just kind of be a waste of my time. And then my plan is, if I can get the top looking decent enough, to stain the top and then paint the bottom. But if with sanding it's looking pretty cruddy, I'm just going to paint the whole thing. And I'm not totally sure what paint color I'm going to use yet. I'm going to look at my stash and pick. I have this like nice neutral color that I might use. I've got it here. It's, yeah, it's like a kind of like a grayish beige, I want to say. So if I'm just doing the legs, I'm going to use this, but I don't think I have enough to do like the whole, and actually this might be dried up, so I might be using something else. Anyway, we will see, but I'm planning to go, I'm hoping to be able to go with a stained top and then a neutral color on the bottom. I'll take you along. Hello and welcome back to another video. So here I am obviously showing just the better close-up video before. This table was definitely pretty beat up. It looked to me like it was, you know, just a pressed particle board table, kind of standard issue that you can get at any furniture store, just kind of mass produced. So anyway, I'm starting off by cleaning it up. I want to make sure that as I start to sand, I don't grind in any dirt or polishes, oil from fingers, polishes from furniture polish, and then just dirt and grime actually into the material. And I was hoping to be able to sand down the top and stain it, but it quickly became apparent that I was going to bust through the finish if I over sanded it. So I ended up painting the entire table, which I kind of was thinking even initially, like I'm probably going to have to end up doing. But I was really happy with how it turned out either way. So I ended up just scuff sanding the entire table with a 180 grit, which also the other plus is it really cut down on sanding time, which is nice. I never hate that. So yeah, here I am just sanding away. The other thing is I wanted to quickly introduce myself. I forgot to do that at the beginning of this voiceover. So my name is Angela. Welcome if you are new. Welcome back. If this is a return video, I'm so happy that you're here. I post DIY content, so furniture flips like this one, and then DIY room makeovers, just DIY projects around the house, as well as some motherhood content. I feel like my channel lately has been more DIY heavy, and I am slowly getting back into more regularly posting. This was my first furniture flip, as I said, since having my daughter, so I'm really excited to be getting back into it. The other really exciting thing about this video is I busted out my paint sprayer for the first time. So I had gotten the paint sprayer as a gift from my in-laws for Christmas, I think Christmas 2024, and I had not used it. So I was really excited to be able to use it. That was fantastic. So I am probably going to just let some music play for the majority of this video. The other thing that I wanted to note was I have,
It's just 7 o'clock.
the other thing that I wanted to note is that I am currently working on redoing our pantry, Butler's Pantry. So I posted the first video of that, which was kind of like an intermediate makeover just to get the space more usable. And then soon I will be posting a final reveal of the finished space. So I'm really excited for that. I'm still working on that. And then we are also doing some traveling. So it's going to probably be 2 weeks before that comes out, but hopefully it'll be sooner. It just depends on life. So stay tuned for that. If DIY furniture flipping content, motherhood content is interesting to you, I'd love it if you would like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you get notified every time I release a new video. And with that said, I'm going to sit back and let some fun music play as we work on this furniture flip. Oh, the other thing I was going to say is with the paint sprayer, I think it cut my renovation time literally in half for this piece. Obviously, this is a small table too, which does help with the speed, but I bought the table on Friday evening from Goodwill for $6.99. I started the cleaning, sanding process on Saturday afternoon after baseball, and I was done with sealing on Monday morning. So much quicker turnaround time. So that was really exciting because sometimes in the past my furniture renovations have really dragged out, especially if there was a lot of repair work that needed to be done. So that was really fun. That was really cool that the paint sprayer cut down on the renovation time so much. Okay, all right. Well, thanks again for being here, and I will let some music play. So I wanted to hop back on here and clarify because I had said at the beginning that I was going to be using my paint sprayer. And then as you can see here, I'm obviously using a brush. So for the primer, I'm using the Bin shellac-based primer, which is a very effective sealing primer. It's especially good on not solid wood furniture, which is most of our furniture now. But, furniture that has pressed particle board, that sort of thing. Because it seals up the porous nature of the wood, and it can help prevent water damage to your finish later. It also adheres really well to pretty much anything: plastic, metal, wood, pressed particle board, etc. But because it's shellac based, it is really hard to clean up because you have to use, I think it's acetone that you use to clean it up. So it's really hard to get out of the paint sprayer, I have been told. I haven't actually tried to put in the paint sprayer because I've been warned to stay away from it. So that's why I just rolled that on. Also, this is a really small piece, so I thought, this is not going to take long to just roll this on. And I just did one layer of primer. That was enough to get effective coverage. And then I lined the roller pan, like that small little pan that I was using, with aluminum foil, and then I just threw it out. Because again, you can't clean it up with like soap and water. You have to use acetone, so it's really annoying. And then I just threw the foam roller cover away. It's just a single-use situation. But anyway, so here I am moving on to using the paint sprayer. And I ended up taking this footage out because it was just kind of pointless. But I struggled when I was getting this going. I did not put the correct, cap on it. So I was pressing, I was like squeezing the trigger and just nothing was coming out. And I was like, what on earth? But there was like 2 minutes of footage of me just like painting nothing. So I just ended up taking that out because it was so silly. But I did just want to laugh at myself with that. Definitely a learning curve with the paint sprayer. But like I said, it cut this renovation time down so significantly and just like left a really nice even finish through the paint sprayer. The self-leveling nature of the paint, I think, works even better through the paint sprayer than with a brush. And you know how many brush strokes? Yeah, I think the finish looks so nice. I'm really happy with how it came out. I'm definitely going to continue to use the paint sprayer, get better at using it. I'm super excited to have it. But when I went to go get my top coat, well, let me backpedal. I did one layer of the primer, like I said, and I think I ended up doing 3 layers of paint. I probably should have done a not white primer because I ended up needing more coverage because I was covering up a white finish, if that makes sense. But anyway, so yeah, I think I ended up using 3 coats of paint. And this is the Sherwin-Williams Naval paint. And I believe this is, I don't think it's their enamel brand paint, which is like their cabinet paint. I think it is just like a satin or like a high gloss finish. I think it's a high gloss finish. I had used part of this quart to refinish the vanity in our half bath. And so I had like a little over a half left. And so I knew it would be just enough to get this piece done. So that was a good way to finish up using up that paint and then also get this project done. So when I went to do the top coat, I was thinking about using a satin finish top coat. It was totally dried up. And then instead of going, I was like, okay, let me go to the store and get some new cans. I ended up just using this spray because I had a bunch of cans of this left. So this is a high gloss, I think it's shellac based too, finish, top coat, Varathane. There's a word I'm looking for, but I cannot think of what it is. Anyway, I did 2 coats of this to finish off the project, just to give it a little extra protection from, kicking it, the vacuum bumping up against it, that sort of thing. And potentially water damage. But anyway, here's a quick reminder of our before. Very scratched up. Not a great looking finish anymore. more of our before. Also felt like that little like dip down accent thing looked really dirty. Okay, and then here's our after. Yay! Also, I left some really funny original audio content in here when I was filming these after videos for my son, so be sure to enjoy that. But I'm just going to let these after pics finish out, and I will see you guys in the next project. Thank you so much for being here. I think the next video to come out is going to be take 2 of our Butler's Pantry redo. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Thanks again.
That looks pretty. You know, the color's dark blue. How do you say dark blue in Spanish?
I don't know.
Forget.
Don't you wanna get to know me? I bet I'm stuck inside your mind. I see you're with somebody, but looking my way all night. Keep your hands off my body. Yeah, you can look, but